Welcome back, everybody. We're here to look at cards for November the 29th. I am going to be pulling one card for overall energy, and then after that, I'll pull one card for each sign, and we'll take a peek at how those energies interact to create the message for each sign as we go through the zodiac. First of all, overall energy is showing up as the Six of Wands showing up in reverse. So, Six of Wands in reverse for me talks about this idea of one of two things. Either you're not being very much appreciated for the things that you're doing that benefit yourself and other people as well, or you are working on a project that will benefit yourself and other people as well, but it's not complete yet. It's still a work in process. So, one or the other. Either way, you're not really getting any kind of appreciation in one case because somebody's just not very appreciative, in another case because the project isn't finished yet. It wouldn't be appropriate for people to be showing appreciation so far. Okay, so let's look at what comes up for each sign along the way. Aries. Okay, Aries, Six of Swords showing up in reverse. Aries, this is telling me that you have been working on some type of lifestyle change for yourself. And this is a lifestyle change that is going to help you to have a better, more healthy life and maybe even live longer. And this lifestyle change is something that impacts how you interact with other people around you. But so far, nobody really appreciates that yet. I do get the sense that there are people sort of holding their breath, waiting to see how long is this really going to last. They're a little bit afraid to give you praise because they're afraid they'll jinx it if they do. Okay. Doesn't mean that they haven't noticed, just means that they really don't want to jinx it. Okay. So that's for Aries. Next up, let's look at Taurus. High Priest showing up in reverse. So, Taurus, this is really interesting because you've got a situation where you're not being really appreciated for the energy and the effort that you're putting in. And the reason you're not is because there is somebody sort of in the mix talking to other people who benefit from the stuff that you're doing and giving them bad advice. They're basically decreasing any appreciation that would be, should be coming to you because they are giving advice that is off base. Interesting. Let's look at Gemini. Ten of Pentacles showing up in reverse for Geminis. Boop-a-doo-doo-doo. Geminis, you're doing whatever you can do to make sure that your stability and security of yourself, and for some of you, even for your family, is improved. However, not seeing a lot of appreciation for that. People aren't recognizing the work that you're putting in there. All they're seeing is the results so far. And this is a process. This is not an overnight thing. Can't snap the fingers and have it happen. Cancer. Queen of Swords showing up here for you along with this overall. If you don't remember what if you don't know what the overall is, then you want to go back and scroll back and hear it because I'm not going to repeat it 12 times. But the Queen of Swords is just telling me that you're doing something very logical. You're doing something that makes sense and you understand that it makes sense. It's part of your strategy actually for a more long-term goal. And you've got people around you who are not really appreciating what you're doing, even though they benefit from it too. But I don't think you're letting that bother you because for you, the real payoff isn't so much other people appreciating you as it is getting to that long-term goal or target. And so the idea that they're not saying much of anything good is not phasing you at all. We like that. All right, so who is that for? That was for Cancer. Next up, we're going to look at Leo. Okay, rebirth card coming up in reverse for those with Leo placements. Ba ba da 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 da. Okay, so here's the thing. Leos, in the past, I think that you did something that there was not very much appreciation coming back to you for, whether this was in your personal life, your career, your whatever. And I think that somebody is offering you the chance to go back to putting energy and effort into whatever that was. And, they can offer till they're blue in the face, I guess, because I don't see you taking them up on that. I feel like you have found something better that you're moving forward with. And so going back to a situation where you're not appreciated enough is not appealing at all. I don't see you doing it. Next up, we're looking at Virgo. Okay, so Virgo's Prince of Cups coming up opposite that Six of Wands in reverse. Hmm. Virgos, this is kind of rough, I gotta tell you. I would put my seatbelt on and my hard hat on for this one. This talks about the idea of, you're trying to do something nice for somebody, but they don't really appreciate it at all. At all. In fact, they may do the opposite of appreciating it. Ew, Virgos, I'm sorry to see that for you. Let's look at Libra, and I hope I'm wrong for Virgos. Every once in a while, a psychic will hope that they are wrong. This is one of those times. Okay, so now we're looking at Libra with this Nine of Wands. Libra, this is interesting. This says that you're doing something that not only benefits yourself, but also benefits others. I don't think you're getting a lot of appreciation for whatever you're doing. And I think that you're ready for that. You're mentally and emotionally prepared for that. You really weren't expecting that you would get that appreciation. Next up, let's look at Scorpio. Okay, so Scorpio's Five of Wands, excuse me, facing off with the Six of Wands and the overall energy. It looks to me like we're doing something that not only benefits ourselves, but also benefits others. And we're not hearing a lot of appreciation on that. We're not really paying attention to what people are saying. We could be hearing things that are the opposite of appreciative, but we're not paying attention to it. We're just focusing on the task at hand and putting one foot in front of the other with that Five of Wands in reverse. Okay, so that was Scorpio. Next up, we're going to look at Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius, Ace of Cups showing up in reverse for you guys. Ace of Cups in reverse is just saying that somebody has shown you their true colors. And I think they've shown you their true colors by not showing you any kind of appreciation for something that you've done for them. They're just kind of taking it for granted. I don't think you expected it from that person. I think you kind of had this person on a pedestal, and you definitely did not expect them to be ungrateful whenever you do something nice or kind or even difficult for them. Next up, we're looking at Capricorns. So Capricorn's Seven of Wands showing up in reverse, with the overall being the Six of Wands in reverse. Capricorns, this tells me, not so happy with your message, Capricorns. I think that today it's going to be really tempting to try to impress somebody who has not been appreciative of the good that you've done that's benefited them or other and yourself. And so it looks to me like because they haven't appreciated what you've done so far, you're trying to work that much harder, do that much more, do whatever it takes to catch their attention. At least that's the temptation. If you hear this before that's actually happened, then you have free will. You can change that and try to come at this from a little bit more of a healthy perspective because you don't want to make yourself vulnerable and open to somebody who doesn't appreciate what you're already doing. And that's the position that you're putting yourself in, according to the way the energy is sitting right now as I read this. Next up, we're looking at Aquarius. Eight of Pentacles showing up in reverse. Aquarius, this actually makes me chuckle. You have been working on a project that not only benefits you but benefits others. You're realizing that nobody's really appreciating what you're doing, so you're just not doing it anymore. If nobody appreciates it, what's the point? Nobody feels like they need it. Nobody feels like they want it. Why am I working on this? Why am I busting my butt on this? And so you're taking a break. You're like, yeah, I guess I'm done with that project. That's where I see you, Aquarius. People might change their tunes, and then you may end up picking this up again, but not everybody's going to change their tune. So you may or may not go back to this. That's going to be different for each one of you, different, depending on your situation. But definitely taking some time to say, you know what? Yeah, if it's not important enough for you to say thank you, I don't think it's important enough for me to work on. Peace. All right, next up, let's look at Pisces. Three of Cups. This is really an interesting read, Pisces, with that Three of Cups facing off with the Six of Wands and the overall that's reversed, because this basically says that you and your friends, this isn't just you, you and your friends are doing something that is not being appreciated by others. Isn't that interesting? For some of you, I'm going to say this is probably the minority, but it's out there, it's coming in. I'm going to pass it along. For some of you, the reason you're not being appreciated is that, it's kind of a secret, whatever you're doing. You haven't really shared it with everybody. So they have no idea that you're actually working on this. So no appreciation, no credit. Whatever this is working on whatever this is that you're working on with your friends, I don't see a whole lot of people knowing about it, much less are they able to express their appreciation to you for it. Okay. So that's what I've got for everybody. Thank you for being here. You guys are my sponsors. So remember to put a thumbs up on this video, share it with others, and of course, also put some feedback down below. You guys have a fantastic day. Peace out.